In addition to ordering figures pre-assembled as shown here, you can also order kits, which arrive in a box like this. In that box, you will find 2 cards with contact information and details about the product. Attached, you'll find the exact number of magnets included. Please read the warning label, as magnets can be dangerous. On the other card, you'll see our social media pages. Please consider following us there. Contents will include parts for hands and feet, superglue for magnets, which is a good reminder to prepare a suitable work area for this assembly. You'll also get parts for the arms, the legs, and the body. Now, we've already done a little bit of prep work for you, so if you look at the torso, for example, you'll see that it already comes with the standard 1/4 screw adapter. These are compatible with our stands, of course, but they are also compatible with any standard camera tripod. To start, hold firmly onto the torso and peanut and squeeze them together until they snap. Then, do the same with the pelvis. And just like that, you've got 2 points of forward and inverse kinematic movement. This is a unique feature of the peanut design we came up with in 2012. Then comes the neck. In both cases, I found sometimes a 45-degree angle helps sliding it into place. You can always wiggle it back and forward as you push in order to find the way it wants to go in. For the final step, make sure that the head socket is properly aligned with the ball joint. I hold the head in my palm and support the back of the neck with my other hand and press firmly. If you don't have the hand strength for this, an alternative is to put the neck on a firm surface and press downward. Just be mindful to align the socket and ball correctly. That completes the core of the figure. Moving on to the legs, a good place to start is by completing the femurs. So insert the large part into the smaller twist joint. Simply align and push. I like using the palm of my hand as support so I can use the full strength of my arm. I tend to keep the flat side facing inward proximally to the body, and the stepped portion distally, and that completes the femur. For the tibias, you have the same combination of materials, but this part slides in from the side. Also, keep the flat side facing inward. Since this connection is not meant to have any motion, you could choose to superglue it, but the fitting is firm enough that it's not really necessary. Firmly press until it's fully inserted. If you need to use pliers, consider using the kind with rubber tips, or use metal ones but protect the part with a cloth. When inserting the knee joint, I tend to come in from the outside, but it's ultimately up to you and whether you want that part jetting out medially or laterally of the knee. Either way, make sure you push firmly until it goes through fully. Now, when attaching the tibia, be mindful that each leg is unique. The legs are designed to mimic the shape of a human leg. So make sure you choose and orient the part correctly to get this continuous S-like flow, and then press firmly. The clips are important as they give the knee strength and keep the rotation straight. Insert one side first and swivel, and very carefully insert the other one, making sure you don't slip or bend the part. This is a good time to rotate a few times and break into it. Then repeat for the other side. The clips are made of a very strong yet tensile material called ABS, and they feature a design idea that is original to the Armature 9 mannequins. I call it mutual strength. Both sides of the connection are meant to reinforce each other. The way this works is when one side expands, the other side contracts. So the order of assembly is often crucial. To start, I align the ball and socket and squeeze the wide portion so that the socket opens up, and then press them together. It should slide in quite easily. That completes the leg. Now for the arms. Here we have the same principle in action of mutual strength. And again, the order in which you do this matters. I suggest starting with the forearm. Tilt it at an angle so you get one side as far in as you can go, and then push until both sides snap in. Now you'll notice this other socket shrank as intended, and it's therefore impossible to get the upper arm into the socket. So I've devised a way for it to sneak in from the side. To do this, you align the part like so and squeeze using pliers. Now, I use these rubber-coated ones, but since you are unlikely to have these, just use regular pliers and cover the part with some fabric to protect it from damage. Make sure, however, to align these. Push the part down until you feel it hit the floor and hold it firmly there, and then squeeze. I'd suggest moving your hand out of the way from the head of the pliers so you don't risk hurting yourself. To insert the clips, follow the same principle used on the legs. Now for hands and feet, you'll need to start by gluing in some magnets. So make sure you've prepared your work area accordingly. Kits don't come with articulated hands. They come with a new variant that looks like the rounded block hands that riders have. But each hand has 2 magnets, so you can hold onto props or do handstands. Now before piercing the superglue, consider preventing splatter by slightly squeezing the very top of the tube to move the glue back, and then puncture the hole using the tip of the cap. These block hands have 2 recessed spots for magnets. Make sure to only add a tiny bit of glue. Squeeze from the very end of the glue stick to ensure minimal flow. Then pull one magnet off the stack and press firmly with your fingertips until it's fully inside. If you'd rather have articulated hands, you can purchase these separately on the website, but I think you'll find these hands to be quite versatile. It's helpful to have a dirty rag handy in the event of overflow. If you have strong nails and fingers, you should be able to snap them in easily. Finally, each hand block needs wrists glued on. Apply a careful coat of glue around the entire nub that's there, and then snap and press the wrists. Give them a good 15 minutes to cure before attempting to attach the hands to the arm. Feet come in 3 parts: the heels, the ball, and the toes. Start by inserting the ball into the heel like so. Before assembling any further, I would suggest gluing in the magnets. Now close your glue cap and let them dry for at least 5 minutes. To assemble the toes, make sure you choose the matching side. Push and wiggle until it works its way all the way through. You'll see it stick out slightly off the other end. With that, we've completed the feet. The ankles have been designed in 4 dimensions. What that means is they only take their proper form once they are assembled. Currently it looks closed, but if you look carefully, you'll see it's split. Now before we pull off this magic trick, make sure you've associated the correct foot with the correct leg. Then bend the knee and find the large opening in the back of the ankle and press the end of the tibia in firmly. You'll see the socket expand and take its final form. Just like that, we're done with the legs. The hands are similar. Bend the elbow and press firmly until it goes in. Now comes the most satisfying part. But you want to be careful. Like I explained earlier, these clips have shrunken and appear as if they wouldn't fit. But notice this ramp shape. The clip fits easily up above, so the way to approach this is to anchor one side first on the socket, but have the other work its way down from the top and slide into place. Once again, get one side hooked in, have the clip work its way to the other side from the very top of the pelvis, then snap it down. The beauty of having clips on the legs is it gives you extensive range of motion, while also allowing you to customize the distance between the hips for an either feminine or masculine look. Same idea with the arms. Find one socket and then work your way gradually to the other from the top of the torso. And there you have it, a complete A9 rig. platforms and accessories can be found on the website and will make standing the figure much easier. I hope you've successfully assembled your A9 rig. If you've run into any problems, please don't hesitate to ask me questions here in the comments or send me an email to store@armature9.com or give me a call at 206-697-7120. Thanks for watching.